conversation, and even they started to require our numbers. We were permitted for 300. They've knocked it down to 50 people and said they would only secure the area and protect us, the speakers and the band goers and people up on stage, basically. And they wanted to intermingle protesters and rally goers together, which is, in any common sense level, that's just the wrong idea, wrong thing. Everybody knows what's going to happen. Violence is going to happen, and it's going to be chaotic. And everything we've done, it's been turned around on us. So in my opinion, these steps that they say they were taking to make sure that people didn't get hurt, they took these measures away. And so we had to make the decision to cancel the rally to make it safe for people. We had to look out for the best interests of the community, which should be the job of the elected officials to put the proper measures in place to ensure safety of the rally goers and the protesters. Again, this was not a white supremacist rally. Anybody that takes 2 minutes to research knows that our message has always been about unity. It's been about bringing together people on the left and the right and creating a healthy environment for conversation instead of the vitriol, instead of the arguing and the chanting and all the stuff that does not promote unity. So this was all about unity, and it's been misconstrued, and it's a disservice not only to our community but to the whole country. This is an attack on free speech, and it's an agenda that is becoming very apparent with the media. That's all I have to say.
Hello, my name is Will Johnson, and I am a black American. First and foremost, I am a Christian. This is not a neo-Nazi white supremacist rally. It was not that from the beginning. It never was. I don't know where they got that from. I actually called Nancy Pelosi's office and asked her to redact that, to change that. There's no way that I am a white supremacist. No, there's no way that I can support white supremacy. I can't imagine they would invite me. So the media has completely ran that story with it's a blatant lie, and if I'm not proof enough, I don't know how else to prove it. We've got to stop this fighting in America. That's exactly what they want. They want us to fight. When are we going to stop the fighting? You would think after all these years, there's been men and women that have died in the past so that we could have the freedoms that we have today. Why are we throwing that all away? We have to wake up. This fighting is not going to get us anywhere. We have bigger issues coming to America, and we're fighting for over nothing. I'm not going to repeat everything else they just said. You guys got the gist of it. But we've got to stop this fighting. Who's going to win in all of this? No one. We wanted to unite everybody from the get-go. That's what the rally is about. My thing is unite America first. Because if we don't take care of our own home first, we don't have a home to take care of. It's really a no-brainer. So why are we going through this? Questions?
You're building a rally of free speech initially. I'm kind of confused what the purpose of the rally initially was. Did it morph into something different? But initially I saw billing for free speech rather than unity.
It's always been free speech and unity.
Question for Joey. Hey, Joe, I know you guys want to put this to rest, so I've heard you say here today that you disavow white supremacy, but as you know, in some of the past Patriot Prayer events, folks have showed up who were avowed communists that show up to and if you were law enforcement, wouldn't you perhaps deduct that maybe they would be showing up here as well, and that might be the concern for all the while?
Okay, the law enforcement's a whole different. Law enforcement have to be logical, but let's talk about the media. Let's talk about the narrative about white supremacy. Okay, so when we have a march of 300 people, all right, and one white nationalist shows up, the whole city burns down. They freak out. All these Antifa members, everything. But it's a lot like for liberals who need to understand this concept. I see it in Portland all the time. I see good liberals, peaceful liberals march in Portland all the time. Peacefully march. They don't stand for violence. They don't stand for hate. They just want to be understood. And then you have these Antifa punks. You have 3 or 4 of them, or anarchists, that show up dressed in all black, and they start burning things down. They start breaking windows, and they hijack the whole message of these peaceful liberals. I've seen it every single time. It is the exact same thing. These extremists are because they're trying to destroy the message. They're just trying to use our platform. Okay, and I saw it after in Portland, everyone was peacefully protesting Trump. Okay, thousands and thousands of people marching peacefully, right? Good people who just wanted to be heard, and there was like 10 Antifa punks that were breaking windows, burning things down. That's all you heard, that's all you saw. That's all you heard.
But you say you don't understand why people perceive you as a white supremacist or alt-right, but yet you... Come on. Hang on. But yet you invited...
Let him talk. Hey, guys.
Let him get his questions out.
But yet you invited Kyle Chapman to speak. White supremacists have showed up at your rallies.
How is Kyle Chapman a white supremacist?
So Kyle Chapman has said on social media that he's a white nationalist. Kyle Chapman has espoused violence against these Antifa folks. Kyle Chapman has been captured on video doing violence.
I am all for...
Protecting Antifa just to get...
Guys, can I answer this?
Yeah, please.
We don't have much time, guys. Hey. Hey, guys. Listen.
18 months of Antifa violence.
Listen.
Yeah, you didn't say shit
Kyle
about Antifa.
Please. I don't even know the names of the people. Please.
Kyle Chapman is a really good guy who I love and I appreciate very much. He is not racist, okay? He has a beautiful Japanese wife. He has a Japanese kid. I've seen him with tons of people of color. He does not care who you are. He cares about what you believe in. And he does believe in self-defense, okay? If you have a problem with self-defense...
People like this guy right here, man. I mean...
Anyone else have questions?
Has anybody realized why we're in this area right now?
Yes, we did.
No.
We're here because of Antifa and BAM and BLM. They want to attack us because of our freedom of speech. It's a no-brainer. We're here in nowhere, in the middle of nowhere, so we don't have the violence. We don't want the violence. And we have gentlemen like this that keep edging it on about white supremacy. I'm not a white supremacist. When are you going to figure it out? I mean, seriously. I mean, if you have, hold on, please. If you have Donald J. Trump come out and say that he does not support white supremacy, he has to say it 1,000,000 times and you still will not get it.
They're still citizens. I'm going to say something real quick. Here's another speaker that was not allowed to talk today.
Hey guys, my name's Rio Gavi. You know, this has been really frustrating for the last couple of weeks. We've seen the mayor, we've seen Nancy Pelosi continually put out misinformation that this was going to be a white supremacist rally, that these were going to be hate speech spoken there, that there were neo-Nazis coming, and nothing that I've heard Joey say in the past couple months is anything close to that. Nothing I had to say today was going to be anything close to that. I wanted to talk about issues in the black community. I want to talk about issues with trans people, homeless people in the street. So it's, sorry, I got emotional. It's,
Let it out, bro. Let it out.
you know, there's a lot of issues in the Bay Area. You know, here in California, we have the 6th largest economy in the world, and yet we can continue to point fingers at Trump, and do this misinformation and the smoke screen, and like have these phantom demons of like, oh, white supremacists are going to march in the street, and here come the neo-Nazis. We have more than enough resources to take care of our own, and yet we still continue to like point our fingers at the federal government when we really have all the money. You know, so when I go through San Francisco streets and I see blocks and blocks and blocks of like tent cities in Oakland and in Berkeley, and I wonder who's at fault. You know, we can't point our fingers at neo-Nazis for shit like that. You know, we can't point the finger at white supremacists or Klan members or the Confederate flag. You know, the issues are right here. The issues, you know, we have a democratic mayor, congresswoman. You know, I just heard yesterday, Barbara Lee, 13 districts, Alameda County, say once again that it was a neo-Nazi rally. You know, when we, it's so frustrating that when we misdirect, you know, the true issue of issues that we can solve. And, you know, and I'm happy that everyone came out to protest. You know, they're having a good time in San Francisco right now. But nothing that was going to be said on the stage today was anything close to being hateful, close to being hate speech. There were no neo-Nazis showing up. I'm black myself. I consider myself like a liberal, left-leaning centrist. And there was a lot of things that I really wanted to get out and talk about oppression and talk about, you know, hate, you know, hatred, you know, in our community and as abroad. And I didn't get that opportunity because the mayor, Nancy Pelosi, spent so much time, you know, putting out this misinformation. And even when they were told otherwise, they doubled down. You know,
hey, Ryogo, don't you think it's a bigger issue that that Nancy Pelosi was asking
Don't you think it's a bigger issue that Nancy Pelosi was saying about the rally we were supposed to have? She said, you guys cannot cry wolf in a crowded theater. Don't you think that's a bigger issue that we actually have senile people running in the government today?
Absolutely. You know, I don't even see, again, I don't see where that comes from. You know, crying wolf, like.
Crying wolf in a crowded theater.
Yeah, that wasn't the case. Yes, sir?
You know, we're not in a vacuum here. Charlottesville is fresh on a lot of people's minds.
Absolutely.
And so then you guys went forward with this event after Charlottesville. You can imagine people who don't even know the issues were anxious about it.
Actually, this event was scheduled before Charlottesville.
As I said, you went forward.
Way before Charlottesville. The only reason why,
You went forward, right?
no, we had the schedule before Charlottesville. We're going to continue. We're going to continue because we have nothing to do with Charlottesville. White supremacists are not here.
Going forward with Berkeley.
Why are white supremacists not here? Why do they got? What does that have to do with us?
Because it's timing. It's in context.
What about liberals going
What,
forward with their
but
rally?
what does it have to do with us?
It
It has nothing to do with us.
I'm pretty sure there was a rally right after they burned down Berkeley, and liberals didn't say, "Oh, it's bad timing."
So what about the rally that's happening right now in San Francisco?
We're covering that.
How come they're not drawing white supremacists? How come they're not drawing white supremacists? How come they're not drawing white supremacists? Why are we drawing white supremacists? I mean, are you kidding me? Look at me. Look at me.
And we're the white supremacists.
Are they the only people that we're drawing to be violent are these Antifa ISIS members? That's the only people that we're bringing. These Antifa ISIS members.
You've been at every Patriot Prayer. In past events, there have been folks who identified as white supremacists, as you just acknowledged. Then Charlottesville happened. In that context, when it goes forward, you might have people.
Yeah, I want Tiny's people. Let me explain something to you. So, why is it that when Antifa does the stuff that they do, no one ever speaks out against them? Be quiet, please. Why is it that Antifa doesn't? Why is it when Antifa goes and burns down the country? Why is it we don't have politicians that come up and say, "Hey, Antifa, you need to not protest for however long because they just burnt May Day. They just burnt things down." Be quiet, please. Tiny, I want you to come up here and say something. Okay, here's another speaker.
Hello, everybody. Talofa. I'm known by a lot of these people as Tiny. My real name is Tusitala Johnson Foleo Tulilangito Ese. Do you want me to spell that out?
No.
TUSITALASUA FOAJOHNTOESE. I am 21 years old from the island of American Samoa. Spent 3 years for me up here. I was supposed to be speaking at this rally that has been canceled. And right now emotions are just flowing wild right now because just don't understand anymore. When did our country ever get to this kind of point where standing up for free speech makes you a racist, makes you a white supremacist, fighting for freedom makes you a neo-Nazi? When? And if that's the case, if standing up for my freedom and my rights and standing up for free speech is wrong, then I don't want to be right. I will stand up for what I believe in. And I'm going to tell you this. I used to be one of these people. Well, not Antifa, but I used to be an anti-Trump, hardcore anti-Trump. And if I was still the old me, I would beat up all these people because that's what I used to do. I drive around when Trump was like, he announced it that he was running for president. I drove around looking for Trump supporters. You got a Trump sticker on you, I'll be waiting at your car. Once you get there, I'll beat your ass up if you talk back to me when I talk shit to you. That's what I used to be.
What made you switch,
I saw on the media, every single news, they announced Trump is a racist. They told this. They brought they cut out most of the speech that Trump did and brought only some of it just to make people think he was racist. I really believed that. I really believed that. So I was out. I was filled with anger. So I came across one of the video on Facebook. It says, Trump rally in Vancouver, Washington. I'm like, I live there. Let's go check it out if Trump supporter gets beat up. It was the opposite. I saw this guy right here. And what he was speaking about, the peace, the unity, and everything, it hit me right in the dome. So I had an urge and a desire to go out and seek the truth. Are they really racist? So I hit him up. He hooked me up with a few people. I came here, Berkeley the 15th, April. That's where I saw the truth. First time I ever saw a brown Trump supporter, Margaret Gutierrez, Harim. I knew right there and then, they're not racist. Nobody came up to me and was like, hey, get out of here. You're brown. You're not accepted here. Nobody. They welcomed me with open hands. And it changed my heart. And it hurts me that standing up for what you believe in will get you crucified, will get you prosecuted.
Tony, you're friends with Baseman.
So when did our country get to this? And I'm telling you, we will not back down. We will keep on standing.
What did you see on April 15th? Who was attacking who?
I didn't even throw a punch at the beginning when I was observing everything. Next thing you know, a group that everybody said it was Antifa, I didn't know what Antifa was, march in looking like ninjas from the movie, whatever movie. ISIS. Like ISIS. The stupidity that I saw there, coming in and just charging at people and just beating them up without even talking to them and understanding what they believe in, that changed my heart. I didn't want my kids to grow up in an environment run by those people. That is why I'm standing where I'm standing. And I will say this, I will not change what I believe in. I will keep on standing. I will keep on moving forward. Red, white, and blue, waving high. God bless America.
Amen, brother. Amen.
I just want to state that the security measures that were in place at first would allow us to screen out any Nazis, any extreme right groups, or any extreme left groups. And the authorities, law enforcement, removed that ability and wanted the crowds to intermingle. So that proposed a dangerous situation for everybody attending the rally, protesters and rally goers. So without that ability to screen out so-called racists and everybody, we wouldn't be able to keep a safe environment. So that's one of the main reasons that led us up to canceling the event. But I have one question for all you media here. I want you guys to know that you're responsible for the environment in this country right now. You have to ask yourselves the part that you play in what's going on in this nation, the political environment and the aggression and the hatred that's being portrayed by the media. You guys play a part in it, and you're responsible for it. And when there's no more a free America, there's no more peaceful America, and there's war, then you can ask yourself how you let it come to this and how you made those decisions to let this happen, how you guys perpetuated this.
Do you think there's going to be more?
Gabe, really quick question.
Do you think there's going to be more?
Well, let me ask really quick, because you guys have affirmed 1,000 times that you're not white supremacists.
We can't denounce it enough times to get it through.
So I got to ask you this, because they keep asking the question, why do you think they keep doing that?
It's a narrative. Let me
answer that. Because it's about
the main reason why they keep coming at us about white supremacy, because for the last 2 years I've been saying there's an attack on white people in America. It's a deliberate attack on white people in America. If you go out and you say you're a Trump supporter today, you're automatically racist. Why? Because you're white. They don't say that to me because I'm black. I don't ever hear that I'm racist because I'm black. There are black racist people in America. We've got to stop this. There's an attack right now. That's the reason why they're saying it.
To go back, you said that the media needs to do this, or else there's going to be, when there's war in America, it'll be the media's fault.
I said they need to ask themselves how they played a part in perpetuating it.
I'm not trying to twist your words or anything. Do you believe there's going to be a war in America? That's my question.
I think that you can go out to any Starbucks or any restaurant anywhere in America right now, and you will see people of all different ethnic backgrounds, just going along about their day with no problem in their daily life. I don't believe that there's an issue as the media is trying to portray it.
But do you believe that we're headed towards a war?
Right now, the war is the info war. That's the war that we're in right now.
I appreciate you standing up there, because we have not had a chance to ask.
Okay, what's your question?
Please understand it's our job to just ask.
What's your question?
It's not your job to
That guy tilted a question towards me. You saw it.
You ended up having to call this thing off. Do you have any regrets about going forward with it in the first place?
I think it proves a point. I do not have a regret at all. I think it proves a point. Why is the rallies over there not too soon? Okay? Why are the rallies at the Civic Center? Why are all the rallies that are happening? Why is the violence against police being reported right now in the city that has nothing to do with us or any of our Patriot Prayer supporters? why is that not being addressed, and why is that not too soon?
Are you guys going tomorrow to Berkeley? Any representatives?
Berkeley is canceled tomorrow.
So no Patriot Prayer?
No.
What is your next step then? I mean, obviously you saw what happened when you tried to hold a rally here. Where do you go from here?
Well, I'm an activist. I've been an activist for at least a decade, and I sit in the committees at the Capitol in Sacramento. I sit at the legislative hearings all the time, and I witness what's going on, and I've always been an advocate of participation in legislative process.
So what's next for Patriot Prayer?
I'm not Patriot Prayer. Joey Gibson's Patriot Prayer.
We have a question for Joey Gibson about... Joey,
what
can
is
you
next
talk...
for Patriot Prayer?
What's that?
What is next for Patriot Prayer? This all fell apart after so many weeks of putting it together. What is next? Where do you go from here?
Oh, we got lots of things planned. You know, I'm going to be speaking all over the state next week. We also have a march in Portland. Basically going to have like a debate thing going on in Portland, bringing people together, because the thing about Antifa, as soon as you get them on a microphone, they get really shy. Okay, they run off. So we're going to bring in like real moderate liberals and Democrats and conservatives who want to march on the waterfront and kind of have debates along the way. So that's the thing. And then, you know, we'll be going around doing videos, traveling, speeches here and there. We'll go from there. I really don't see this as a loss. I see this as an opportunity for America to wake up, to understand. Okay, we can't let people silence others, especially when we have such a positive message.
Joey, did you care at all that 3% and Oath Keepers decided not to come? Stuart Rhodes said specifically it was because Stuart Rhodes said this, not me, said that it was because you were going to allow a white supremacist speaker from Identity Europe. Stuart Rhodes, he is not a hotbed of liberal
He didn't say
media.
that. Stuart Rhodes is very anti-racist, and he's a very good guy. I'm in communication with him, and he knows for a fact that I wasn't allowing any white supremacists in.
So why did Stuart Rhodes not come?
We have people on Facebook Live asking, what do you believe in? If you don't want the media to filter it at all, your chance right now, what is the message that you had hoped to get out today?
My message is really simple. It's about bringing this country together. It's simple, okay? It's about love, peace, and freedom. It's these things that everyone can come together under, okay? Listen, we think someone else is an enemy because they voted for someone else, okay? We can't think that way. We need to bring good people together. If you're a conservative and you think someone's your friend just because he calls himself a conservative, you are wrong, okay? There's good people and bad people in every single group, and we've got to drop the labels, okay? So we get people together, the moderates, get them together, and that's how we go after the corruption, okay, the deception, and all the lies in D.C., or state government, or local, whatever, okay?
Do you regret going forward?
What's that? Yeah, I'm a huge advocate for freedom, which tends to be in the middle. I stand on principle, one thing to another, you know, it's like, I want freedom. That's one of the most important things for me.
Stuart Rhodes explained to you why he didn't come, so I'm just trying to understand.
You can go talk to him. Go talk to him.
I did, and he told
Any
me
other questions?
because you would allow...
Bottom line, Joey, you've been talking about unity. How would this rally have brought people together, and what is your message of unity going forward?
It's going to be consistent. It's going to be about building bridges, okay? And that's why I can't be, like, really political. I can't be talking about, you know, tax rate should be this or that. No, we have to first come together and agree to be respectful to one another. We have so much hatred in this country right now. It's done on purpose. And with that hatred, we cannot go forward, okay? There's no president, there's no leader that can fix our problem at a grassroots level. No one. It has to be amongst us. We need cultural leaders. We need people, individuals, to stand up for what's right. We need people to come up here and say, hey, it's not okay to lie. It's wrong to call us white supremacists when that's a lie. Right or left, it doesn't matter. That's how we go forward. Yes, we need to talk about morals, and the government, you know, let's be honest, they're not going to help us with our morals.
Joey, how have leftists reacted to your call for unity
A
and peace?
lot better than I thought. We have the extremists who hate it on both sides. Okay, I get a lot of extreme right people who don't like it. I get extreme left people who don't like it. But moderate Democrats, okay, don't have a voice right now because they're quiet and they're letting the social justice warriors, they're letting the extremists be the loudest, the minority. Okay, most moderate liberals are for free speech and for freedom. Okay, but they don't speak out against it for whatever reason. I mean, they're shy or whatever. Okay.